Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at a couple of races coming up in Hong Kong and try to find an angle to the race that might be the path to finding the winner. Well, on Sunday at Sha Tin we're going to start with race number 6 and our winning factor here, the map. Now this is a very good class 2, some talented horses here, especially up the top. With some of them with big wins on their CV already and eyes on international races in December. But I think we can bring the best chances down to a few with a little bit less on their CV and more manageable handicaps. Hong Kong Golf, Steps Ahead and Voyage Samurai, and Johannes Brahms. And these horses are all similar age and they've met a number of different times. But the one who's coming out of a stronger race at his most recent run is Johannes Brahms. And this is race 52 in the current season. He's in Gate 1 mauve colours. And Johannes Brahms here for Andrea Atzeni jumps okay, but he's in no hurry early. Doesn't really want to use that gate despite the fairly average tempo, and elects to sit back behind the winner My Wish, 3 back along the rail. Now, that's not a bad position, but in the straight, as we see My Wish in the red and yellow as being held up behind the leaders, then so it is that Johannes Brahms is also being held up. But when the gaps come, he doesn't have quite the same dashing response and just grinds away holding his place. Now, certainly to the eye, that was a touch disappointing there, but it was his first start for 4 months. I think we can assume that he's going to be fitter and probably better suited perhaps up to the 1600 metres of Sunday's race. As far as his rivals go, well, Chris So's star galloper, Hong Kong Golf, put together 6 wins last season, including 4 in a row to end his campaign. And when he returned on October 1, he and Steps Ahead went head-to-head in a race over 1400 metres at Sha Tin. This is race 63. Gate 4 now is Steps Ahead. Again, Hong Kong Golf drawn outside him in 5 in red colours. But this was a very differently run race than some of their other clashes, as the heat map shows. Steps Ahead in front of Hong Kong Golf, but after an initial decent speed, the pace drops right out of this mid-race. The field packs up around the circle, horses over race, and Zach Purton decides to get going on Steps Ahead and stride forward. Now, that was forced on him a little bit by the horse coming around the outside, but it wasn't a bad move all the same. As you can see on the heat map, the sprint down the straight was quite strong, so a head start was an advantage. Harry Bentley now has to come wider around that wider horse on Hong Kong Golf, while Steps Ahead and the eventual winner on the inside, Healthy Happy, sneak away. Over the final stages, Hong Kong Golf was coming, but too late. And the best finish there belonged to Hong Kong Golf, as it has when he's met a few of these horses before. But as mentioned, the winning factor here is the map. The map is the key to this race. For a start, quite a lot of them are back runners. There are very few leaders. Voyage Samurai has the gate to enable him to lead. Sky Heart did do some hard work from an outside draw to lead in a fast run Class 3 win last start. And the only other potential leader I can see looks the lightly weighted debutant from Brazil, Sagacious Life, with the apprentice Brittany Wong aboard. Now, Johannes Brahms, Hong Kong Golf and Steps Ahead all have some sort of positional speed to be the next line, but they won't be looking for the lead. So Voyage Samurai maps probably the best of them. If he's up to beating the other two, he'll get his chance. I suspect Purton will be more positive on Johannes Brahms this time, putting him right behind the leader. And up to 1600 metres now and drawn inside Steps Ahead this time, maybe Hong Kong Golf will be the one having to be chased down rather than doing the chasing. There is a scenario here where perhaps Jerry Chow and Steps Ahead might roll the dice early from a wide gate to get forward, but that would put more pace into the race, which I think again would suit Hong Kong Golf just as well. Either way, Hong Kong Golf seems to be getting a big plus on the map. So the tip from me in race 6, Hong Kong Golf. His winning factor, the map. It's a reasonably competitive race, and he wasn't unlucky first up this time in Hong Kong Golf, but the map did work against him on that occasion, and I think he might have it going for him this time. The other race I'm going to look at is the final race, race 10, and our winning factor here, race fitness. So this is class 3, 1400 metres. A couple of very nice young prospects here in Top Dragon and Dazzling Fit. But there will be chances given also to Hugh Bowman's ride, 6-pack, an eye-catcher and an improver last start, and new future folks who will be fitter after a nice run back from a lengthy break. But I'm putting the spotlight here on Zac Purton's mount, Top Dragon, and Dazzling Fit from the David Eustace yard with Luke Ferraris to ride. Now both of them as 3-year-olds look like horses heading towards the Classic Series this season, and Dazzling Fit put together 2 wins in a row over 1400 metres before finishing his campaign with the run we're about to see. And this is race 777, he's in gate 8 with dark blue colours, and Dazzling Fit jumps away well enough, but Ferraris finds good speed underneath him early, can't get in, but drifts back 3 wide with cover. In a race where you can see the pace is very genuine all the way, that's not a bad place to be, as he'll get room to come out and make his finish whenever it suits. But in running, the winner is in red sleeves, purple cap, just ahead of him and 2 wide, and he's able to get a run between horses and sneak away a little on Dazzling Fit, straightening up. Dazzling Fit does keep on coming at the finish to be only a length away, but it's just too much to do. I don't think Dazzling Fit was unlucky there, but it was certainly a worthwhile performance, and it was his 3rd run in 7 weeks. For a young horse in his first campaign, that probably saw him just about ready for the break that he has had since. Now he returns off a couple of nice trials first up. So Top Dragon, as a 3-year-old, also won twice over the Sha Tin 1400 metres, and when he returned this season, as far as the betting public was concerned, he was looking the winner and went out a short-priced favourite. So this is race 65, he's in gate 8, green, red and white colours, Top Dragon, and he begins just okay, but he isn't a horse that we expect to be part of the speed anyway, and Purton lets him get balanced in midfield. Now the first half of the race here is quite genuine. There's a slowdown on the circle that actually helps run-ons who can creep into the race, and when they straighten up, have a look at him, Top Dragon. There is only going to be one winner here. Top Dragon cruises up, but by the time Zac really presses him at the 250 metres, the tank is already empty. Meanwhile, the winner, Max Q, on the inside in orange colours, is never ever going to win. But he's fit, he's got a light weight, and he just keeps on wearing away, keeps coming, and in the end, that's the key to his victory. So no cigar there for Top Dragon, but close enough to say that it was a good enough run, and he did seem to run out of petrol there quite a fair way from the finish, so I think we can expect he's going to come on in leaps and bounds for that run. When we look at the map, it looks like a race where the tempo is going to suit both of these horses. There is speed inside and out, and a little bit in between. Low Pan Spirit and Carrying Attack to make the search for early positions competitive enough without being crazy. In terms of position though, Ferraris doesn't get many options here on Dazzling Fit from gate 1, and he'll need luck at the right time, while Purton from gate 6 will have more of a say in when he's allowed to make his run. So the tip for me in race 10 is Top Dragon. His winning factor, race fitness. It's an oldie but a goodie. Race fitness does play a part in races, and we saw last time Top Dragon beaten by a lesser horse in Max Q simply on the grounds of race fitness. This time the boot is on the other hoof. I do think Dazzling Fit might turn out to be the better horse of the two, but he's the one that hasn't raced for a while Purton's mount Top Dragon does have the run under the belt, and he may even have a little edge on the map as well. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Good luck on Sunday. We'll see you next time.